Okay, so here we go. The Four of Pentacles, the Sun, the Seven of Swords, and the Lover's card. I think I have to adjust my lens back a little bit, so we'll just do that. Okay, so if we start here at the beginning of the month for May, which is the first card more or less designates that, and then each card will be roughly a week each of the month as we move in. So the Four of Pentacles, an interesting card, often denotes the feeling of money or finances or career related energies and that type of flow. There's a couple of different meanings that I also pick up with it, which we'll work through. If we look at it in perspective of money, we see that he's grasping onto things quite tightly, almost as if he feels, oh, I'm not going to let it go for some reason or another. And often that hints to us at feelings of a bit of insecurity or uncertainty around money. So perhaps the beginning of May brings with it a little bit of I don't know, coming and going of your money, whether or not you've got some bills that need attending, or whether you've got something on your mind about deciding to let go of money one way or another. And this could be handing it over for a big purchase, or it could be contemplating how you invest it or how you need to spend it, or it could even be contemplating jobs. You know, do you take or leave a job? Can you remain still financially independent if you make a whole shift in your life and leave behind a certain income? Those are some of the thoughts and feelings that come this way with this card. And the other thing is that it can be you are gifted a little bit of money, and it can often come to you through ways of, if you like, family inheritance type feeling. It's almost as if the money is given at the heart chakra level, but that they're holding on to it. So there can sometimes be restrictions with it. They might say to you, oh look, I'll give you some money for a trip, but you've got to come and see me or spend time with me. It has that type of feeling with it. And the other thing I think of is it sometimes indicates travel, because I see this big city in the background and I think, you know, sometimes people travel for their jobs or are involved with their career, or even travel at any different level or meaning. Now you have two major arcana cards in your reading. You have the Sun and the Lovers. Both quite powerful cards actually, and they both have, if you look, really big suns in them. And then you've got this yellow here as well. So for some reason the vibration and the essence of yellow is going to play a big part in the month of May, and I also think the sun is going to be a major part for you. Now we've just come out of the solar eclipse, the lunar and the solar eclipse periods, so perhaps Aquarians were quite affected by this one way or another, and this energy could be still just rolling its way through and making itself known. The Sun is a gorgeous card, and it is a very a card of spirituality and your soul essence. It's about connecting at a very deep level. And it's also enabling you to have a little bit more creativity and childlike feeling in your life. So it could be a period where you forget your fears for a little while, because often if we look at children, they're not full of fear. Well, a lot of them aren't. And they're full of happiness and laughter and joy and gregariousness, and they sort of take risks and they don't really think too much about the repercussions. And that's a feeling that the card has. And again, I've mentioned this before, that there can be a feeling of travel, because I see the horse and I see him moving forward, and I think of, in the old days indeed, we used to travel by horse. So you've got a couple of feeling about travel in your reading. Excuse me. The other thing that the Sun can denote is fertility, cycles of fertility. So especially for a woman and for younger people coming into fertile cycles, both sexes, it can be a time of transformational change in their bodies and also their whole personalities and their minds and where they're going. For women, it could be the end of a fertile cycle, and that is also about transformation of your lifestyle and thoughts that you have and desires and changes. Now, if we come to the third week of May, we see the Seven of Swords. And this card has several different feelings of energy to it. Some of them are positive and some of them are a little bit less positive. If we look at this guy, he's got 5 of the swords and he's carrying them off kind of a bit surreptitiously, as if he's sneaking away and hiding something from someone, but he's left 2 behind. So there's a feeling of him not necessarily being able to make up his mind, as if he's in a dilemma or a space where he's trying to weigh up the odds, should I or shouldn't I? Am I doing the right thing or am I not? And this card at the beginning also has that slight feel to it as well. So perhaps the month of May for you Aquarians gives you this whole, God, which way do I go? What is it I'm meant to be doing? Am I doing the right thing? This is a bit of a self-made choice card. It's like you're the one making the decision. You're the one with the options, and it depends which way you're going to do it. Will depend on, its worthiness or whether or not it's going to work positively for you or not. Sometimes it can indicate there is literally a split, like there's 5 on this side and 2 on that, so there can be a split or a division for some reason to do with, it could be career related, or it could be involved in relationships. That type of feeling comes up with it as well. But to me, the fact that we have the overall sun indicates that there is potential for a positive outcome if you work through it logically and perhaps keep things above board and not do anything underhand or sneakily. We come to the last card in the reading for you and we see this is the Lovers card. Another major arcana and quite powerful. We've got the same implication of the sun in here, and added into it we have this angelic vibrational energy being. These 2 down the bottom almost symbolize your Adam and Eve energies or potentialities. So the Lovers card can quite often literally say that there's this amazing connection of a soulmate within a relationship. Now this can be a new relationship that comes on board, and it might be someone that you just really go kapow, like this is going to work. Or for existing relationships, it can be that you just are enhanced again at a higher level and you feel that warm connection and flow through the soul energy. I think at this time on Earth we are experiencing a lot of powerful and positive connection energies that are bringing us together at the heart chakra or the love level. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean romantic sexual partners. It can be love of just the general feeling of love, deep love for so many people at so many different levels and reasons. That's kind of the positive perspectives of this very difficult astrological time frame that we are traveling through. So Aquarius, you guys have got yourself rather a nice, potent, happy, kind of bubbly reading coming along. I think that could be quite a strong month for you, and you may address things at an inner level, which is again all positivity as we move through each phase of our life. Let's look now at the next set of cards, which are going to be the Tony Salarino energies. They're difficult cards to shuffle because they're so big, so I tend to just spread them out. Now these cards can address the kind of the shadow self, or the part of us that we often just lock away in a closet somewhere because we're not sure what to do with our thoughts and feelings at all times. So let's just spread it out and see what's going to come out. The Angel of Clearing. Your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. That's a beautiful card. So it's suggesting for you to go forth and plant the seed, if you like, of any ideas or thoughts that you've had that you've been working on or waiting for activity to occur. This is a time frame in May possibly where you can start a new way, project, proposition, idea, thought. It could be about yourself, it could be about a physical plane on earth, it could be about a work or career, it could be about a romance, it could be about your soul. But whatever, there's a positivity about starting it and getting it into action, and it will take seed and it will become a fertile project. So that's very nice. It's always lovely when, some people spend a lot of time concentrating on getting something from the conceptual stage to the reality stage. And it's wonderful when that actually does flourish and happen. So one more card for you guys. Goddess of the Unknown, a new chapter of your life is around the corner. Remove fear and embrace the unknown. 2 cards for you guys that are really talking about new chapters, new beginnings. So I think I'll zoom in a bit for you there. I think they're strong messages that could be this wonderful creative time of new beginnings for you, Aquarius. Very nice. I mean, you're very much the thought-thinking zodiac sign, so you possibly spend a lot of time with contemplative thoughts and ideas in your mind. So now is the time to snap them open and put them forth, and away you go. Very nice messages. One last card, which is the White Light Angel of Atlantis. Let's see what's going to come up here as your final closing message. Grace. The gift of grace is such a gentle energy. It's full of humbleness and acceptance and tolerance. Gabriel is known as the divine messenger. And look at that beautiful white light coming in. That white light is some of the most pure, and I believe it will enter at your highest thought level. And we've talked quite a lot about that energy coming in for you in May with the 2 cards that so hugely emanated the sun's energy. So it's a similar high vibration coming in right from up high and straight into your thought level. Now, some of the words for the Grace card are that Gabriel wishes you to receive the heavenly gift of grace. This is always given when we most require it. Therefore, consider how you have miscreated an aspect of your life and are therefore experiencing an absence of this divine elixir. Gabriel is asking you to unfold your wings and fly like a swan to cleaner water. There you will sample a renewed state of being, sensing the purities of life and truly recognizing your soul as a gift of grace. So I think it's about reconnecting yourself at your own soul level, reconnecting your journey and enhancing all your thought and going off again in that positive light and peaceful essence of divine grace. So there you are, Aquarius. You have a lovely, positive, high vibrational reading for May. Thanks guys for listening and tuning in and subbing, leaving your comments as well. I love them all, and I wish you all a fantastic May. Much aroha kia kaha.